Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Learn Math with Sayyid Ali. One of my 11th grader has sent me the question regarding representing the function in three different ways. Actually, this topic, representing function in three different ways, is introduction to the function for grade 11. So how we can represent a function in three different ways is like set of notation or set notation, graph equation, and number 3 is mapping diagram or TOV. TOV is table of values. So we will be learning here these three ways to represent a function. And the first question asked is, so I will say first question number 1 is f of x is equals to 3x minus 2. And we learn in the introduction of function that f of x is nothing but y. It's the value of range, and the value of x is the domain. Domain is the value of x. And we can get the table of values by substituting value of x and getting the value of y. But when the question is given and a condition exists that your x is lying in between 2 and 6. What does it read? X is in between 2 and 6, right? So we have to take care of this condition, whatever is listed in the question. So if we have in between 2 and 6, I cannot include 2 and 6, because if I include, the condition will be like this. If the question says like this, then I can include x, the value of x, as 2 and 6 as well. But here is limited values, right? Because we have to restrict ourselves for the x value in between 2 and 6, that is 3, 4, and 5. So if we have, like, if we put 3, a value of x, 3 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7, right? This is my first order pair, and then I put 4, so I get 10, right? And then I put 5, 5 3 is 15, and then I get 13. So this is my TOV or mapping diagram, right? So my equation, my set of equation or set notation. Now I have to see that how to write in a form of a set notation. Set notation tells us that we have to describe in mathematical language that what the ordered pairs are, what the x, y are comprising of in my set, right? So I have to list both conditions which are given in the equation, right? X, y, all ordered pairs x, y, such that x is in between 2 and 6. This is my condition. That's a kind of range. If I want to write them separately, I can write the two notations like a domain and range. So I can write a domain and range separately, like representing x condition, and then range representing y condition. But here I am just giving you a set notation. So both conditions exist here. For x is this, and what for y? And y is equals to 3x minus 2. So I have my equation, and I can represent that all ordered pairs such that x is, I have a restriction to put all x only in between 2 and 6, and y is equals to 3x minus 2. So that's how I can write. And the next thing is that what is the equation? Equation f of x, we can replace f of x as y. So my equation is 3x minus 2, right? 3x minus 2. F of x is nothing but the value of y, or defining me the range. We say the range is the range is r, which is the y value. X is the domain, which is the x value, right, of the ordered pairs. So in this way, we can define any function in terms of set notation. So I can also separate this like a domain and range function, but that is not the requirement of this question. All right, so domain is the x component or x coordinate of function or ordered pairs or TOV, right? Or whatever the condition exists on x that is in the domain, and whatever is in range, that is the y coordinate. Or condition, whatever condition exists, right? So we have to describe that condition, right? So the second question is a word problem sort of thing. So question number 2, which is you receive $1, right? The next day you receive double the amount. You receive double the amount. You receive double the amount, comma. The next day amount doubles again. Amount doubles again. The pattern repeats for a week. This pattern repeats for a week. For a week means x belongs to, or x is in between 1 and 7. So 1 and 7 is included here, right? Because for a week, x repeats from 1 to 7 days for a week. So that is my condition on x, right? So now we have to see the three things. Set notation. What would be the set notation? Set notation is the best part or difficult part of this, because f of x will be equals to 2 to the power x minus 1. So now we have to see if my set notation is correct or not, because I will generate all of my graph equation. So this is also my graph equation. If I say that y is equals to 2x minus 1 will be my graph equation, and if I want to draw all the sets or the ordered pairs or TOV, then I can use this equation, right? So okay, I will start. So at day 1, right, if I put here 1, so at day 1 what I have, 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 to the power 0 is 1, anything raised to the power 0 is 1, right? So this is the start of my TOV. Now if I put here 2, so I put x as 2, so you got 2, right? Because 2 to the power 1 is, so when you put 2 you get 2, right? If you put 3, value of x is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 to the power 2 is 4. Then next 4, when you put 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 2 to the power 3 is 8, right? 5, when you put 5, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 2 to the power 4 is 16. Very good. Then when you put 6, 6 minus 1 is 5, 2 to the power 5 is 32. And when you put 7, 7 is my last limit, right? 7, so 7 minus 1 is 6, 2 to the power 6 is 64. So these are my ordered pairs, which, or table of values, right? So I will put table of values. You can put it in this way, or you can show it like this, right? So it's the one and the same thing. You can put it like this as well. You can put it on ordered pair as well. So if you want to put it as ordered pair, or if you want to put it as table of values, is the one and the same thing. 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 4, 4 and 8, right? And then 6 and 5 and 16, and going on, right? So these are the table of values, right? So if you want to continue, you can continue only up to 7, because it is the limit. And if you want to give you the set notation, you have to tell us that the notation of this set P or R, whatever notation you can take, that will be stating both conditions, like it's consisting of all ordered pairs X and Y, where such that Y is equals to 2 to the power X minus 1, such that X is only limited between 1 and 7. So X value is limited here between 1 and 7. It's a set notation, right? So whatever we have indicated here is the same thing what we are going to tell us. This statement or set notation is going to tell us that what is the value of Y or range dependent on X, and X has a condition that X must be in between 1 and 7. So this is your set notation, right? So first of all, we have to develop the equation, or you can do whatever is easier for you. For example, if you develop the equation first, then the ordered pair and the set notation is easy. So we develop equation first and then we put it into set notation, right? So that we have everything in place in the set notation, that what are the conditions on domain and range. So when we are telling domain and range conditions in a one equation or one set of bracket, it is a set notation. Normally question for the functions asking us that write down the domain and range of each function, right? But in this question, we don't want to do separately, but we want to enlist conditions of Y and X in the same notation. So we did that P, this set will be comprising of all X and Y ordered pairs where Y is equals to 2 to the power X minus 1, right? Where X is in between 1 and 7, because he says that it's for a week. It continues for a week. Week has got 7 days. So it is in between 1 and 7. Hope you understand this question and you like the video and the explanation. If you like it, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon button so that you can receive another videos. And thank you for watching.